Hey everyone, today I'm going to walk you through soloing Hydross as a Prot in Wrath Classic. This is by far the hardest solo I've done so far. Most solos are either fairly easy or impossible at this point in phase 1. So this was a unique solo in that it was possible, but just barely. He drops 250 gold and 3 items like other SSC bosses. It took me around 20 attempts to kill him. For reference, Alar is my second highest number of attempts to get a kill, and that took me only 3. Hydross has a 10-minute berserk timer, at which point he will begin to do 500% increased damage and spam a 4-second stun. You won't die immediately when he berserks, you'll be able to last a few seconds depending on resist, avoidance, and stun RNG, and whether you have Ardent Defender available going into it. You'll want to bubble as soon as you get stunned or are at risk of dying, which will buy you another 12 seconds or 15 seconds with the 4-piece tier 7. But you will do 50% reduced damage and won't get Reckoning procs during this time. You can expect to have between 10 minutes and 15 seconds to 10 minutes and 20 seconds to get the kill. He has just under 2.4 mil HP, so you need to average about 3.9k DPS to kill him in time. It's pretty hard to do that much single target DPS in a 10-minute fight without raid buffs, so I've really had to optimize for this. You can check out my gear in the description, but it's basically just as much damage as I can get while still being tanky enough to live. The spec I used was also tailored for this fight. I used Hit Food, Drums of the Wild, Rune Skull of Fortitude, Blood Thistle, Elixir of Mighty Strength and Defense, 2 Potions of Speed, 2 Sappers, and 8 Serenite Bombs. At the time of this video, Drums of Kings are bugged and not granting increased agi if you have Blessing of Sank. The main mechanic of this fight is the element change. When you move Hydross across the flags, he will change between Frost and Nature and spawn 4 adds. The longer he goes without changing sides, the more damage you'll take from that element. In TBC, elemental melee damage was unblockable, but this has been changed in Wrath, so Hydross and his adds are now blockable. I originally tried using Red Aura for extra damage, but it was only doing about 40k damage to Hydross over the entire fight. I ended up switching to Frost Res Aura to allow me to be more aggressive on spawning adds, which gave me more Reckoning and parry haste. This change made a very noticeable difference in my damage, but the extra adds did make it a bit spicy at times when I got unlucky on avoidance and resist. This is a fight where you have to make risky plays and hope they work out, or you just won't have the damage to kill him in time. You'll want to use Seal of Vengeance the entire fight, otherwise you won't have enough damage. It's important to time your cooldowns well. For example, when your second speed pot is available, you want to save it for your third wings because that's a timing when you'll also have Sphere of Red Dragon's Blood available. At all times, you should have at least 4 adds attacking you, but ideally 6 to 8 a lot of the time. Having as much Reckoning and parry haste as possible is what gives us the damage to be able to do this solo. When you cross a side to change element, make sure you rotate back the way you came so you can easily swap sides again when you're ready. It's really important to never give your back to Hydross or the adds, or you'll take a lot of damage. You can replace Holy Shield in your rotation at some points to get a little more damage. With how many adds are attacking you, very little Holy Shield damage will actually go to Hydross, so we want to replace the cast with something that does more damage when survivability allows. I played around with Glyph of Avenger's Shield, but found few times I could afford to drop Holy Shield for it, and I needed to Judgment on CD for the block value buff, so I couldn't drop Judgment. However, I did generally replace Holy Shield with Sacred Shield refreshes. At the end of the fight, you can look to replace some Holy Shields with Hammer of Wrath if possible. I ended up going with Glyph of Hammer of the Righteous to help me manage the adds. There's a fine balance between having enough adds on you for Reckoning and parry haste and killing them quickly enough that they don't overwhelm you when you need to switch sides due to the debuff. If adds don't die in the right time frame, you have to wait on a side longer and risk more damage from the debuff, or you swap sides and adds can slowly get out of control. I found Glyph of Hammer of the Righteous kept adds at the perfect number I needed to benefit from them but also live. When Hydross berserks, he will kill you pretty quickly and he will start randomly using a stun ability. Wait until Ardent Defender procs or you get stunned before you bubble, as your damage will drastically decrease in bubble, but it will hopefully be enough to get the kill. If you're looking to challenge yourself, I definitely recommend trying out this solo. It is by far the toughest solo I've tried so far, out of the ones that are actually possible right now. In phase 2 and on, this should become really easy, and I expect it will be part of a weekly gold farm that includes many of the other bosses in SSC for a lot of prop alleys. I've left this clip at normal speed since this is a really difficult solo, and anyone attempting it may want to look at some of the finer details. Thank you for watching, here's the rest of the fight. The light bomb too, not good. Behind where we were last time, but it's still killable. It's late on that pot too, that's real bad. Handle it on the move here, you're gonna lose some reckoning here. Not enough ads, yeah. Bunch of misplays there. And proc the AD early again. That was my fault there. I waited way too long on that side. I got holy shield on this one. Make sure I live. Might die here. Let's fucking go, dude. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, so the new strat, that was it, dude. We just needed more ads attacking us, more parry haste, more reckoning. There's way more sketch, but I mean, it's just one of those fights. You gotta like, you just gotta get lucky to actually get it. Holy shit, dude. How many wipes? Let me see how many wipes I had on that. I wiped a lot on that. Pauldrons of War Dancer, Stone, Right Helm Justice. Let me see how many wipes I had, because I don't think we really ever wiped on this in TBC, so these should pretty much all be like solo wipes. 25 wipes. I don't know, maybe we had like 1 or 2 wipes back in TBC, I'm not really sure. So I wiped over 20 times trying to solo that, so definitely the hardest solo I've done so far. And I mean, I had to like redo all my gear, all my gems, enchants, everything for that. Alright, got another one in the books. That'll be a lot easier with Ulduar out though. Like, once you're rocking like 252 gear, this is gonna be a joke. Whew, alright, thanks guys, thank you.